Hello, everybody. Let us get into it. Now, I will be touching on a couple of things just to clean them up. Essentially get my quest log as empty as I can. But after that, we're in a bum rush straight to the end. Hello, Anaya. How's it go? I'll be honest, I was afraid that I was going to start this up and y'all were not going to be here despite by announcing it. So, to show you what we've done, and I just got back from meeting is all. That's fair. I'm also going to send a personalized message to Phoenix just to make sure she sees it. How much more wanted to be ready? How much do you imagine there is more to go? So I'm actually going to do one side quest. There can only be one. But when I strayed even close to the main mission with go to Delacroix Mill, it gave me the same kind of message it gave when we found Ciri. Like, hey, once this is done, you can't do some side quests anymore, so fucking save your game. And it's like, oh, okay, this is... We are in the end game of Blood and Wine now. Hi, Mal. Alright. So there's this island right here. And we actually left Roach right there. So let me just review what this quest is. So we actually already finished question marks. Those are done. Like, Toussaint is done as far as question marks goes. There's one treasure quest I could do, but I don't know if you noticed up in the top left, I have 124,336 crowns because I have liquidated goddamn near everything. Yeah, I say that there's still like a few dozen, like tens of thousands of crowns worth of alchemy shit, but I went back to the rune right. We got like key magical words imbued to our stuff. All of our armor is fully runed. I mean, there's only so much you can sell at a time. That's true, but that also equates to like 50,000 crowns from the one guy, and then there are blacksmiths around that like You can get 100,000 at a clip if you run around the Grand Palace with just the blacksmith stuff, and then there's an additional thing. Everyone in Toussaint is fucking incredibly stacked in regards to money. As far as this quest, a mysterious notice invites all to undergo a test of virtue. All wish to face the challenge clearly to their character above all, or to find their way to an isle upon Loch Chevet, or Loch Sillevé. Out we go. But yep, I did do a stream this morning cleaning up Toussaint, so that will be going up. There's going to be 3 stream videos from today. Hi.
I'm walking on water. Just like...
Like who?
Like a pond skater. Who are you thinking?
No matter. I suppose you thought nothing else in life could surprise you, eh? Wrong.
Hey, happen to know how the hell I can walk on that water?
Naturally, I know. Since time immemorial have I dwelt in solitude on this shore, and I can testify to the extraordinary nature of the lake.
What's so extraordinary about it? I mean, besides the fact that you can walk on its surface.
A sword, most wondrous, lies in its depths. I watch over it. The blade may be grasped solely by one who possesses the 5 chivalric virtues.
Folk call me a lot of things, but virtuous? I don't know.
Yet I do know, for I know who you are. You have proven yourself capable of great sympathy. You are a man of honor, as many can attest. Of humble means yourself. You showed generosity to others. Your valor is the stuff of legends. Reason guides your actions, as it does those of all who are wise. You have proven the 5 chivalric virtues dwell in your heart.
Mean the sword's mine? I can dive in and take it?
The sword deserves the hand of a master. You must prove your skills are worthy through combat atop the water's surface. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Anytime.
Then draw your blade. This, my favorite part of the...
See, Mal, there's a problem with trying magic. He has counter magic.
You have proven worthy of wielding the blade, beyond all doubt.
And he's gone.
Behold, your Arendite.
We've met before.
Certainly. The hermit admitted he knew you, remember?
The Lady of the Lake.
It is I. Forget not that you are a man right and honorable, devoted to doing good. And for these reasons you received the blade. Now bear it. And I trust this time you shall not lose it.
Just wonderful.
And level 50. After doing all that. Arendite. Each blow generates charges which increase sword damage by 10%. Charges are lost over time or when receiving damage. A fully charged sword always deals critical hit damage. Killing a foe with a fully loaded sword will expend its charge to permanently increase the weapon's damage. Damage increased by this to a maximum of 20, increasing along with your character level. I mean, hell yeah, I will wield that. Seems fitting, honestly. I mean, I would kill weak things, but to that point, I've already killed everything, and aside from the fact that I've killed everything and it's the end game, it's already stronger than my silver sword is, so... Plus, on top of that, I don't plan to dilly-dally and make the game even easier, because it's already fine. I will, however, for the end, seeing as how we're already going to go with Erendite, I'm curious to see whether Geralt of Rivia's sword is stronger or weaker. Because we're already going to be forsaking the bombs are thrown with any delay, but I don't care. So minus 11, minus 16. Iris is minus 9. I think Iris is a fitting steel sword to take with me. Goodbye, you two. I'll see you in the end game.
A horse drops if you ride it with a constant
Welcome to Corvo Bianco Garden. Find plants to create dyes, and plants you pick will grow back. That's cool. I won't be back.
Here, kitty, kitty.
Man, your flirting is horrible. How have I played for so long but not gotten that message before? Because I never walked that way. I usually just go straight to the signpost.
Go.
Off we go. Count Delacroix Mill.
Slow now. Whoa.
The strength of the fortifications remains unknown. Your foes have committed treason. You fight them for the good.
Geralt, good you're here. Ready to attack Duntine?
I'm ready.
See, you already prepared a plan. Walk me through it.
We have two objectives. To find Her Illustrious Highness's sister and capture the man who blackmailed the vampire. Duntine is a modest complex. Several old buildings, a high wall around them. At the center of the enclosure stands an imposing keep, restored not long past by the elderly knight of the castle, Roderick. We mean to strike here, through the main gate, then secure the area in front of the keep by storm.
How many men defend Duntine, you know?
Roderick maintains a team of knights for defense. They are no army, but they could number several dozen. Also, Roderick recently took in a band of foreign mercenaries. About them we know very little.
Cintrian's men, gotta be. Ran into a few in town. They tried to kill me. Need to hit them from both sides. You draw the defenders, keep them busy. I'll sneak in the back way, find the women, make sure they come to no harm. I'll vault over the wall as soon as you start your assault.
Your plan puts you at great risk, but I sense you will handle it well. Let us go.
This man knows me well.
So it begins.
Quick! We grab Roderick's horses and we bolt.
We won't vault far if the boys out front don't hold.
Not so fast. Little change of plans.
Level 47. These guys are actually leveled appropriately. Fascinating.
What is this?
You go and
Also, my blade is growing like a demon's. Oh, this Duntine guard. He wants some fuck.
Mistake. Roderick sent them to get the horses. He's looking to flee. Can't let him.
I see no ducals along the road.
They must not be guarding.
Bloody bots! What was that? Load the space on the wagon! Hurry with those
Trying
crates!
to escape.
Be careful if you drop any.
Someone's here.
They've breached the back wall.
Come on.
Shall kill him!
In case you're wondering what that red or purple glow is, it's retribution on my chest piece. I've got at least 30% chance to return all damage dealt. And courtesy of the mutations, frost control.
Mercy! Mercy! I did no wrong!
Nah, kept the wrong damn company. Centrion's men, where are they?
I knew. Shouldn't have let them under my roof.
Where's the hostage, the woman?
What? What do you mean? I know nothing about a hostage. Must be the handiwork of my guests.
Where are they now?
In the keep, ready in their escape.
There's someone with them? Woman named Sienna?
Of course. She convinced me to let them in.
And a whole pile of trouble along with them. Where is she?
Packing. We were to leave together. An old fool. I'd have done anything for her.
Where is she? In the keep too?
Yes. Her chamber is in the tower. The top floor. What will become of me?
Here, press it against the wound. Should staunch the bleeding.
I thank you. What is happening? These ones! Kill the sheep!
Oh, I'm just going in for fisticuffs. I don't know why he didn't draw his blade, but Carol was just like, nah. A fist to the face. That's what we need here.
Giving you one last chance. Yield.
That harlot got us into this. Kill him! Attack!
Oh no. Things are about to get messy, aren't they? Hello. Hi.
Need to get into the keep.
They shall pay for everything.
Yeah, I don't really need to do much. Yeah, several dozen don't matter against the 3 biggest murderers to grace Toussaint in recent decades. I was gonna say, I'm getting stuck on the stairs.
Wasn't expecting to see you two here.
We thought you could use our help. So, Witcher, this is no time to explain. Where is Renna?
Expect to answer a lot of questions inside.
Let us go then. Renna! Are you hurt? If any of them.
You know me. I'd never let them hurt me. I just waited for you to come.
I didn't know where to look. They threatened to kill you. Forgive me. I failed you.
Now we need only find Anna Henrietta's sister. Where should we look? Do you know?
Mm-hmm. Ran into Roderick, Duntine's lord. Told me where I'd find Sienna.
Then speak and let's grab her. Time is short.
Said she was in a room in the tower. Very one we're in right now. Which, incidentally, looks nothing like a prison cell. And just so happens there's a carafe full of wine here. Bet it's stolen San Real.
What's your point?
Just confess.
Giving you one chance to tell us everything yourself.
I've nothing to tell.
Witcher, what is this?
Sorry, Dettlaff. You've been had.
My friend, please, You must listen to what Geralt has to say.
Anaya called it.
Rena's not her real name. This is Siana. And Siana is sister to Anna Henrietta, the Duchess of Toussaint.
What? What nonsense is this?
Siana was banished as a child, but it seems she trekked back here recently. Moved into Duntine and ran a Vandergild out of here. Sent a man called the Centrian to Beauclair to steal some wine for her. Wine reserved for the ducal family. Centrian led us to her. Caught him later stealing a jewel Siana had gotten from her father as a child. Sorry, Dettlaff. She used you. Part of her plan.
Poor Dettlaff indeed.
You will come to Teshumwardna and explain all. If you do not, I will raze Beauclair to the ground. This I promise you. You've 3 days. I shall be waiting.
He just fly off?
He did not wish to act rashly. He's gone to soothe his nerves.
Think he'll do it? Make good on his threat?
Yes.
I cannot say. He can be unpredictable when fury consumes him.
I shall go to him.
Come again? After what he just...
You don't know Dettlaff like I do. If I don't do as he says, he truly will destroy the city. He's more than capable of it.
Conscience gets to you now?
Better... better late than never, right?
Well, it truly does seem the best option.
There is a problem. A huge problem with that.
Your Grace, we must proceed with caution. Guardsmen saw vampires here. They could still be about.
Vampires or no vampires, my sister is here. Find her.
Your Grace, that...
Siana, it's true. It's you. Sister, dear, what have you gotten yourself into? So concerned, I'm surprised. Is there an ounce of truth to it?
You feel resentment. I understand. But I promise we shall work through all the unfortunate matters of the past. We will discuss them later. Captain, escort Siana to the palace. I shall meet with her as soon as we return.
As you wish, Your Grace.
And you, Witcher. You have my thanks. I cannot believe my sister was so near the whole time. Roderick of Duntine shall answer for treason and blackmail.
He had no knowledge, unfortunately.
Roderick got duped and used, just like the vampire.
Apropos, were you able to establish who kidnapped his beloved?
We've discovered Siana blackmailed the vampire. Ordered him to kill those men.
What? What nonsense is this?
She is his missing lover. Staged her own abduction to force him to do her bidding.
He was a tool. Whole scheme was Siana's. She was behind it.
You're mistaken. You must be. This cannot be true.
Your Grace, I know this vampire and...
What? You know him? Who is he?
Dettlaff.
The same who so recently sat at my table and told me of Nazaire. Is there anything else you've neglected to mention? A dragon living beneath Mount Gorgon, perhaps? Is anyone else here a vampire? Where is he now?
Waiting for Siana. If she doesn't show up to meet him by an appointed time, he'll destroy Beauclair.
He dares threaten us?
Your Grace, we have 3 days to bring him Siana and...
Not a word. You have 3 days to bring me his head. No more secrets. No more helping vampires. I want what I'm paying for. The head of the beast.
A few days later.
Do you think Her Grace's nerves have been calmed?
Doubt. Rarely forgets, rarely retracts what she says, especially when threats.
Yes, well, even I must admit Dettlaff's actions were highly inappropriate. Reprehensible, even. Are you upset?
Why would I be?
Let's see. You're returning from your hunt empty-handed. No trophy. No new lead to boast of, then pursue.
Upset's just not a sensation I feel. Ever. Mutations, remember?
Yes, of course. The excuse you resort to whenever you'd rather not talk about something.
Observant of you. So let's change the subject.
How do your employers customarily react when you fail to meet their expectations?
Depends. Peasants cuss me out. Merchants demand I refund their deposit, whereas nobles mostly just release their hounds.
And rulers?
Usually threaten me with the gallows.
A most illustrious grace awaits the gentleman.
Your Grace, the population demands she be punished. Siana's committed terrible crimes. Spilt so much blood. They...
Another word, Palmerin, and I shall spill even more blood. Yours. I repeat for the last time. Siana is responsible for the death of many, true. But she is also my sister. We are bound by blood and by a shared childhood. I shall not allow her to be lynched.
Your Grace, I fear the masses might rise. Storm the prison, pitchforks and torches in hand.
Let them storm. They will not find her there. Siana is hidden away in a safe place. She shall await trial there until we have rid ourselves of this accursed vampire. Which, to judge by your means, has not yet come to pass.
Did what we could, but...
My patience is at an end, Geralt. Where is he? Where is Dettlaff?
We're working to find that out, Your Grace.
Do you take me for a fool?
I wouldn't dare.
I care not one whit what you have worked on, are working on, or shall work on. I'm interested in results, which thus far have been nil. At times, I hunt foxes. Do you know how it works? The ducal huntsman releases the hounds. They catch the fox's scent, chase the animal down, and lead the Bachu to it. All within an hour. You, Witcher, have had a week. The aid of my most excellent knights. Yet, you have tracked absolutely nothing down. I've begun to suspect my beagles might have done a better job.
Second one just gets my head cut off immediately.
Allow me to point out certain subtle but essential differences between a higher vampire and a fox, or game in general.
Truly. Like the ones between a pathetic quip and a treasonous offense. Watch your words, Witcher. But to the matter at hand. Have you managed to establish anything?
Your Grace, it seems Siana tricked Dettlaff, used him to murder the knights who escorted her into exile. We have reason to believe that...
Your Grace!
Vampires!
What? Speak now!
Vampires! They protect the city! Captain de la Tour defends the square near the boat landing, but so many lives lost.
Damn it.
Welcome to the Night of Fangs.
If it's war this Dettlaff wants, it's war he shall have. Geralt, get to work. This time I'll hear no excuses. Palmer and you...
Get her out of here.
Shouldn't even truly have to oil the blade. Garden. Up this way. Quick kill strat.
Syanna failed to appear as summoned. And there. Dettlaff is not making idle threats.
Seems not. Need to make some serious plans of our own now. It's gone too far, damn it. Regis, you mentioned there was a way to draw Dettlaff out. A way you've avoided resorting to so far because you thought it was too dangerous.
Is that how I put it? Do forgive me that I've misled you terribly. The word dangerous is simply a scandalous understatement in this case.
Regis, another inner monologue growing out of a personal dilemma. Just tell me how to flush Dettlaff out, force him to meet, please.
In due course. But first, Geralt, I'd like you to consider the alternative. After all, you could fulfill Dettlaff's demand and liberate his beloved Syanna.
Think Dettlaff still believes Syanna's innocent?
I believe he suspects something. He must. And he seeks to understand what happened.
And for that, he's declared war on the entire duchy?
What can I say? Moderation was never his strong suit.
Really want to free Syanna? Hand her over to Dettlaff? Refuse to accept you consider that wise.
It's hard to believe, I know. But Dettlaff is not actually evil, merely impulsive. He needs but meet with her, speak with her, and he will spare the city.
So say I agree to this, because I might. Still no chance Anna Henrietta will.
I do not recall ever suggesting we ask her permission.
Got serious reservations about this plan. Not least among them, we have no idea where Syanna's being held. You heard the Duchess. She's not at the prison.
Hardly a reservation. More of an excuse. I'm certain you'll find her. You must merely decide you wish to.
Could ask Damien. Duchess treats him like a lapdog. Keeps him close most times. He might know something more.
There, you see? I knew you'd think of something. Bravo.
The meeting. What if it's nothing like you say? What if it goes sour, ends in a fight? Willing to guarantee Syanna won't get hurt?
It seems unlikely in the extreme that...
Didn't ask for a lecture on probability. Need a simple answer. Yes or no.
I vow that not a hair on her head shall come to any harm.
I trust I've dispelled your doubts, then.
Not so fast. We're not done talking. How would I go about luring Dettlaff out of hiding if I wanted to? With the blood of a virgin?
You see, somewhere nearby lives an unusual denizen. One of the unseen, ancient and powerful vampires. Among the oldest and strongest.
And?
Toussaint is this unseen elder's territory. All vampires owe him fealty while they are here. He need but say the word, designate a time and place, and Dettlaff will be forced to appear.
So this unseen elder, how do we convince him to summon Dettlaff?
We must find him first. The elder does not see arrivals unless he absolutely must. but locals. Oriana, for instance. You know, she too is a...
Yeah, figured it out. All right, let's say she gets me in to see the Unseen Elder. What then?
I don't know. You'll have to improvise, I suppose.
So I'm basically stuck. Either gotta give in to a blackmailer, or fight him.
You know what I would opt for. Should we free Siana and arrange for her to meet with Dettlaff, there's a good chance we'll all survive this ordeal. Dettlaff included.
Regis, don't mean to put you on the spot, but I gotta know. Say I do decide to fight Dettlaff. Who'll you stand with?
Should you decide your sword is the sole solution, I shall not stand in your way.
Appreciate it.
Certainly hope so. Now, please tell me, what is it you intend to do?
So, this is the ending. All points of this ending are essentially... Yeah, it's a major decision point. I am not going to bring us through all decision points tonight. I am going through one. The rest I will host as like, hey, we can watch through what the other side would have been. But in order to show you what most of these endings are like, and to go with what I personally know happens, let's go find Siana.
Crazy as the plan seems, I'll do it. I'll ask Damien about Siana.
You won't make me beg. I knew you wouldn't.
Slow down. Not promising a thing. Just want to get a feel for the situation to start with. Coming with?
Of course. Many hands make light work. Hurry. Damien could be in danger.
Or dead.
Do you think so? He seemed battle-hardened. A few scraps under
The Knight of Long Fangs.
Against humans, not monsters. Vampires would heed a higher vampire's call and commands.
As a rule, they don't.
So how Dettlaff sick them on the city?
I told you, he's exceptional. He manages to bend them to his will, control them with his thoughts. They'll continue attacking until he orders them to back down, until he dies.
Got hit in the face by a bat. Oh, you're a Bruxa. Come on, bat.
Time to end this.
That quick kill strat is very helpful. Hey, hey, don't forget handsome monsters too.
Need to look around.
Must focus on data. Time's running out.
Armor proved useless. Claws sliced through steel like through butter.
We must hurry. Each moment's delay means another death. Geralt, care to come back?
No, I was following the fairly obvious bloodstains.
Formation. Ran.
That scent. It's Damien's blood. He was wounded.
Let's go. Barricade put up in the street.
Pointless. That's an obstacle to a vampire.
They didn't know. I didn't get a chance to prepare them. Must be in the bank. Barricaded themselves inside.
So,
You killed it! Single-handedly! That harlot's brood slaughtered half my unit!
I see the harlot's brood came close to slaughtering you as well.
Need to withdraw. You and your men. Now.
My duty lies with the city.
Won't help the city by leading your men to the slaughter. Damien, conversation back at the palace, remember? I'll say it again. Your men don't stand a chance.
Men, tend to the wounded and prepare to march out.
Doing the right thing. Now listen close. Silver. That's what you want to use against vampires. Your alchemists, order them to produce as much vampire oil as they can. Churn it out in gallons. Then coat your blades with it. Keep an eye out for Alps and Bruxae. The shapely ones resemble women. There one moment, gone the next. Bombs containing silver splinters are a pretty good idea.
Thank you, Witcher. I hope you're worth the coin the Duchess pledged you. And that you'll return with the head of the wretch that did this, skewered on a hook.
Got a different plan.
And what would that be?
All I can say just now is I'm gonna need Siana.
You know the Duchess's decision. Siana awaits her trial, in custody.
We know it, but we do not agree with it.
You've that luxury. I do not. I've sworn my loyalty to her grace.
Folk are dying. Many more will, because of one.
If her grace learns I helped you, my head will roll.
And ours will follow right after it. Yet still we are prepared to take the risk. I fear we waste our time here. Come, Geralt.
Wait. When last I saw Siana, her grace was escorting her to the palace playroom.
Playroom? As in, for children? You sure?
I've served in the ducal palace for years. I know it's every corner. So yes, I am damn sure.
Playroom? So what, Duchess locks Siana up in a dollhouse?
Honestly, I've no clue. Look, I've told you what I saw. What you do with it is no concern of mine.
Got it. I'll look into it. You get back to your barracks. Retrace my steps. Path ought to be clear.
And you've our gratitude. You helped us a great deal.
I helped Beauclair. At least I hope I did.
Let's go.
Let's go, Regis.
Here, the playroom's been...
Ow. Thank you. Locked, because of course it would be.
Locked. Of course. Regis, rather not have a fist fight with this door. Would you mind?
Not at all.
Silence. No one here.
We should look around at least.
Wooden duck. Somebody broke its wings off.
Rather warm. I suppose it got a lot of use.
Nice tune.
Indeed, pleasant. It's a shame the mechanism's damaged.
A journal?
What the? Found a notebook. Property of Isabelle de Roquefort, court governess. The notes of Siana and Anna Henrietta's governess when they were little.
I'm not sure it will help, but I suppose there's no harm in leafing through them.
Siana gave me a drawing today.
Charming.
Of freshly decapitated bodies covered in blood.
Perhaps not so much.
I asked her why ever she would draw such a thing. Her Highness claimed it was a rendering of nightmares which have plagued her for as long as she can remember. Siana does wake up screaming nearly every night, save when she shares a bed with Henrietta. Curse of the Black Sun. Supposedly girls afflicted by it had horrible dreams. Kind of horrible that made some of them go mad. The girls quarreled today. I must note rather sadly they did not behave as befits future ladies. The incident devolved into fisticuffs. Anna Henrietta was first to strike her sister. Siana gave back as good as she'd gotten. By the time I separated them, Henrietta had lost 2 teeth. She ran off to complain to her parents. His Grace the Duke refused to believe my version of events. He laid all the blame on Siana and vowed to punish the little one harshly. Henrietta did her best to have her sister's sentence commuted, but the Duke and Duchess proved unbending.
Once you're labeled a black sheep, it's so hard to shed that reputation.
Today I accompanied the girls for the first time to the land of 1,000 fables. We spent half the day there. First we played with Thumbelina, then with Barbarossa, who proved quite the charmer for a brigand and pirate.
I'm beginning to suspect Isabelle de Roquefort wrote in her diary after taking a powerful hallucinogenic. Cannabis rudelaris, for instance, or...
Shh, don't interrupt. I tip my cap to Master Artorius Figo for his achievement. He has proved he has no equal in the arcane arts.
Wait, Artorius was the court mage here, a specialist in illusions, which means...
Regis, last warning. Stop interrupting or I'll seat you in the corner. The girls told me if I ever wish to visit alone, I need but crack open the land of 1,000 fables and utter out loud the incantation, Expecto Ludum.
A book as the key to an illusion. My, this grows more interesting by the minute.
Mages sent by the Conclave arrived today. They came to examine Siana. I cannot know what conclusions they drew, but His Grace now seems clearly upset.
Curse of the Black Sun. There's no doubt then that she was diagnosed with the syndrome symptoms.
Or had that label planted on her. It goes on. I dared ask the Duke what would become of the girl. He did not reply. I tutored the girls in Nilfgaardian today. Siana applies herself so, though she has great difficulty memorizing new vocabulary. Lady Henrietta seems more gifted in this regard, yet also prone to impish behavior. When she thought me out of earshot, she called me a blood accuser. She and Siana laughed so hard they almost choked. Blooda is damned, or cursed. What's Cusa?
In the melodious tongue of our none-too-friendly neighbors to the south, the word describes the many-petaled flower that blooms in that place we so unmelodiously call the crotch.
Ah. So eloquently put, Regis.
Realize this might sound improbable, but maybe, just maybe, Anna Henrietta tossed Siana into that illusion.
Not impossible. She would be safe there, and isolated. We must see.
Where's that book? Locked. A tin knight. Well. A key tucked behind a picture. This it? Let's see. Expecto ludum. Regis? Regis! Land of 1,000 fables. Incredible. Let's see where this road takes me.
This has massive... Rick, you're doing this bit while your brain is burning. A Wolpertinger?
I have Nehelenese going wild. Whole land's an illusion. It's so powerful there's no way to dispel it.
Isn't that a combination of like a... Yeah, a deer, a vampire, and a rabbit? Village. Are they running from me? Oh, follow the yellow brick road. Here we go. Path laced in gold. Yeah, probably back here. Huh. Well, at least I know what I'm supposed to be following now. Here we go. No, it's Cato. We're not in Kansas anymore. Or Tato? Whatever the dog's name is. Toto. Yes? Sure, whatever.
Something's not right.
We're still on the yellow brick road. Something ahead is a mess.
Bloody hell, let him out!
Voices.
He gobbled up my gingerbread! Now it's my turn to gobble.
Hansel and Gretel.
Hands off my hearth, dearie. You wouldn't want me to get cross. Then you open it. Now, who's this? A lost traveler? You're not supposed to be here, sweetie. Why, you're old. Old and pale. But never worry. A bit of butter, a bit of spice, and you'll make a tasty morsel. Just as soon as I catch you. cannot possibly fear a few magical plants. Wild and a rotting carcass. Careful she doesn't douse you.
Need to knock her off that fucking broom. Panther made of pure soup.
It seems you've won.
What the hell was that?
The Wicked Witch. You've heard of her, haven't you? Now, where did you put that key?
Listen, how'd you come by a weapon?
It's Prince Charming's. He no longer needs it. Here it is.
Thank you. She'd have begged me for certain if you'd not... Sienna? Is that you?
It's been years, Jack.
Have you come to play?
No, I just want your beans, so you can breathe easy.
Beans? What beans?
Try not to interrupt. Well, Jack, where are they?
Sienna, I'm sorry, but I haven't got them.
Oh, something tells me you're lying. Perhaps you wish to play the old games after all, hmm? This little picky went to market. This little picky went home, for instance.
I'm telling the truth. I swear it. Henrietta, she ordered them buried all over so you wouldn't be able to leave.
Where?
I don't know. But Joss, the boy with the thing for wolves, he should know. He sticks his nose in everyone's affairs.
He had better know, because if not, I'll find you and we'll have ourselves a little talk. Understand? Now shoo! Ah, all right. So why is it you're here?
Well, everyone's dying.
Came to free you.
Nice of you, but a waste of your effort. I plan to free myself.
You might not. Bound to be easier with my help, as our most recent adventure amply showed.
Mm-hmm. Yet I still don't know why you even give a damn.
It's Dettlaff. He's trying to force Anna Henrietta's hand. Wants her to release you. Summoned monsters to attack Beauclair.
Sounds like Dettlaff, all right. But I doubt you came all this way just to bring me up to speed on current events. So get to the point, please.
Isn't it obvious? Offering to be your ally. We both want you out of here. You because you want your freedom back. Me because as soon as you meet with Dettlaff, he'll put an end to the chaos in the city.
You exposed me. I landed in prison because of you. Now you come to beg my help, I dare say. My life is full of surprises, isn't it? But normally I'd tell you to sod off. But, from what you say, folk are dying who have nothing to do with this. Not part of the plan. Dettlaff was only to kill those who deserved it. No one else. Fine, Witcher. I accept your offer. Consider us allies. Shake on it.
Since you brought it up, the knights Dettlaff killed, what exactly did they do to you? Crespi, Dulac, Lacroix, Peyrac Peyran?
Not a memory I enjoy revisiting, but I suppose you deserve to know. When my parents disowned me, they ordered those very knights to escort me beyond the duchy's borders. All did so without uttering a single word in my defense.
Like you said, they had their orders.
But Crespi was not ordered to beat me unconscious with a horsewhip after my first attempt at escape. And Dulac had no instructions to deny me food and abuse me. I learned something then. Knights are not so chivalrous when no one's watching.
That explains a lot.
Shocked, aren't you? You must have thought you had me pegged. Before bothering to hear my side. Everyone does that.
This place. Tell me something more. It's an illusion, right?
Yes, created by Arturius Vigo. Anna, Henrietta, and I would come here to play out scenes from our favorite fables.
Which didn't seem like she was playing.
Magical entropy. Without maintenance, the spell gradually disintegrates over time. It grows wild.
Your sister chose a dangerous place for your prison.
It's deceptive. Provided I don't provoke them, the fairy tale characters don't attack me. But you don't belong here, so you had best be on your watch.
Curse of the Black Sun. That's why you were banished, right?
Twisted princesses, mutants. I'm certain you've heard of us.
Even met one of you. Renfri of Craden.
And? Was she truly monstrous?
She was cruel, that's certain. But what caused it? The curse or what she went through? Asking myself to this day.
You killed her, didn't you?
Had no choice.
Funny. Mum said the same when she tossed me out of the house.
So, what's with the beans? Mind explaining?
Certainly. But you must gird yourself with patience. There are two ways out of this land. My darling sister blocked one when she tossed me in here. The other's up there, in the clouds. She made it hard, but not impossible to access by concealing the beans.
Still don't understand.
Don't fret, just listen. That boy, that was Jack, of Beanstalk fame. You know the tale?
Jack climbed a gigantic beanstalk to a giant's castle, high up in the clouds.
As we shall do if we can just find those blasted beans. There are 3. 1 red, 1 blue, 1 yellow.
Stalk won't sprout from just one?
No, because it must transpire exactly as it did in the tale. Clear now? So we must find Joss. Perhaps he will be able to help us. You lead.
Joss.
Joss can usually be found wandering the glade at the foot of the mount. It's some distance from here, past the witch's house to the right. So, what exactly is happening in the city?
Bloodshed, a massacre, which is why we gotta hurry. Not the friendliest pixies I've met.
We were put here to protect the Fableспhere from intruders. Meaning you. Oh, unicorns! We must catch them. We won't have to walk everywhere then. I call the pink one. Exciting, isn't it? Reminds me of my childhood.
Real
Reminds me of
unicorns.
something altogether different.
Care to elaborate?
Rather not.
Fucking with Yennefer. My god.
No walks here. None at all. This is grand. That's him. Joss. Fast, they're going to rip him in 6.
it's over.
No, it's not. There's more. Another wolf behind you. Ignore him. He always lies.
Aha. Boy who cried wolf. Still does, I suppose. And doesn't, when they actually appear.
The one and only. Listen, you little chit. Jack said you know what's become of his 3 beams. I don't know anything! Not one thing, and besides, watch out! Wolves!
So you do know. You're just lying.
This'll be interesting. Right, let's get to it. Let's say for a minute you know what happened to the red beam. Where wouldn't it be?
For certain, no one swallowed it.
Oh,
no,
someone swallowed it.
Definitely not that. Of course not. But say someone didn't. Who would it be that didn't swallow it? A human. The most human in the land of 1,000 fables.
A non-human.
Everyone! Wolves! Run!
Bet you haven't heard what happened to the blue beam. Maybe? Not at all? Right?
I've heard it lies about somewhere, out in the open.
Just like that? No one guarding it?
Nobody. 3 times over. Help! Wolves!
So it's concealed inside somewhere.
Yellow beam. Don't know a thing about it, right?
It's somewhere very, and I mean very deep. So deep, in fact, it's completely underground.
It's in that
And
tower
who
over there.
has it? A bold farmhand, who in no way and not at all awaits someone. Not in the slightest. Good folk! Wolf! Say that word one more time and I'll chop you up. Feed you to the fishes. Understood?
Alright, so Rapunzel's got it.
Alright, we should go.
Watch out for wolves!
Tough to talk to, that one.
Was it, though? You need merely remember he always lies. Or more precisely, reverses the truth.
Where to now?
I'm not sure. We should visit some of the other fables. The meaty ones, that is. Perhaps then Joss's hints will make more sense. It's just a few. Red Riding Hood, piglets and bears, 3 of each. And Goldilocks, of course. Then Longlocks, and a little lass who sells flint.
Fine. Let's get to work.
Level 52. I'm actually... How close am I to the next mutation? Already there. Okay. I'll take that. At the start of combat, sword attack power and psi intensity increased by 30 seconds for each foe.
Incredible. You must have loved this place.
I did at first. But children get bored quickly. Even tea parties with a whole cackle of princesses eventually turn dull and routine.
So deep it's underground, hey? Let's climb the tower. Ooh, nice catch. If I slip, I'll die. Probably a good argument to save, then. Rapunzel. Nope. Nope. Rapunzel. Oh. hung herself by her own hair. Gold ball and thread. The yellow bean. No truly safe place to disembark, huh? Just back down the way I came. And at this point, I should save again. Okay, we're fine.
What did you do then?
Dropped a duck egg in the swan's nest once. So?
Got the bean, but Longlogs. Seems she got sick of waiting for a knight in shining armor.
Can you blame her? Men these days, dandies and fops all.
That why you cozied up to a vampire?
Dettlaff was a tool, and only a tool.
Too bad he didn't know that.
I trust no one. Learned that long ago. Now it's his turn.
Got a history with Dettlaff now, so this meeting will be different. Not afraid?
I can handle him.
Sure about that?
You look at him as a witcher and see a monster. I know what he's really like. You needn't worry. It's time to go. Just a bit more work and we'll be able to say sort off to this fecking fable sphere.
Giddy up.
There's a notice board? Hang on. Information 1. When my eggs hatch into something ugly. I suspect Madame Duck cheated on me with one of the 6 swans, though she denies everything. I'll pay good coin for evidence of her guilt. Full anonymity assured. Master Duck. We'll take unwanted children. Taking unwanted children off your hands. Chubby ones preferred, though skinny ones won't be turned away. Which? Tobacco, fish tech, and liquor from absinthe to Everclear. The customer is always right. The girl who sells it all, formerly known as the girl who sells Flint. Seeking owner of glass slipper. At last night's ball, I danced with a lady with blue eyes and blonde hair tied up in a bun. At the stroke of midnight, she left, leaving behind a glass slipper. Each woman in the land of 1,000 fables is to appear before me to try on the slipper until I determine the lady's identity, and in due course propose matrimony. Failure to appeal will be punishable by flogging. Get your mitts off my mattress. To the Joker who's always stuffing things under my mattress, I'm warning you for the last time. If I catch you, I'll have you lashed, scalded, flayed, and finally torn apart by horses. I don't know who Princess Alexia is, but that sounds badass. And contract Lucy this Goosey. Resident of the fabled land, somebody's after me. Ever since I moved here from the castle in the clouds, I feel like I'm being watched. Help me before it's too late. Balbina the goose, known as the goose that lays golden eggs. P.S. I know Jaw says it's him, but it's not. There's a contract here?
Contract from a goose. That's new.
You really aim to concern yourself with that?
A true witcher should never abandon poultry in distress.
Care for a cigarillo? A bit of tobacco? A dab of fistek?
Remind me, what tale are you from?
Sold flints when I was a lass, but no one bought them, so I branched out. Now I deal in snuffs, puffs, all sorts of fun things. What'll you have, sweeties?
Magic beans. Do you have any?
If it's not the new name of some kicker I already have, dearies, then no. But maybe you'd like some.
Hey, where'd you get that ribbon? That's mine.
Is that so? Then why was it lying in the bushes? Finders keepers, sweetheart.
So what's the deal with that ribbon?
The ribbon. Mind explaining what the fuss is about?
There's not much to explain. I got it from Arturius Vigo when I was a child. It was to protect me from evil. It clearly didn't work, given how I ended up.
But it means a lot to you.
How should I put this? I have so few mementos from my childhood, and the ribbon reminds me of the good old days, when I was someone else.
Dears, could you continue this touching scene elsewhere, hmm? You're scaring away my customers.
What customers precisely?
Give Sienna the ribbon.
Sugar plum. The only thing I hand out for free is a first hit. To get them to come back for a second, of course. For all else, you've got to pay.
What if I asked you nicely?
Ask me nicely and I might play you for it. A round of cards?
Play cards!
Alright, let's play. If you lose, you give me the ribbon.
Don't get your hopes up. None can best me at Gwent.
Oh, lass, you have no idea the storm that's coming. So this is the Biting Frost hero. Okay. We'll do this. We'll win. Ooh, very nice. Two of probably the best draws. We'll see if he commits more to the front rank before we Biting Frost him. Nope. Alright. He has chosen the way of pain. Get fucked.
Rumpel, you're good at this. A word once given. The ribbon's yours. Now skedaddle.
So now she has a ribbon.
Tell me.
What?
What you want in return. You're not doing this out of the kindness of your heart.
Don't want anything in return.
Thank you.
I just really wanted to play her at Gwent. The ribbon was kind of an incidental. But of course, we're not going to tell her that.
Watch out! Pixies! Oh, the three little pixels. You know the story, don't you? Who's afraid of the red wolf?
Looks like Big Bad's already blown down the houses of straw and sticks. Brick's the only one left.
We should look inside. His words.
One being lies out in the open, guarded by 3 nobodies. Yeah, could be it.
Watch, they didn't like that.
In this story, I am the big bad wolf. Blue bean.
The big bad witcher huffed and puffed, and look, got a bean.
It cannot be.
What cannot be?
You actually have a sense of humor.
It's stunted, but it's
A
there.
bit, but yeah, it's there.
Well, well, aren't you full of surprises? What else are you hiding behind that gruff exterior?
Not a bad singer. Do a pretty mean rendition of The Maids of Vicovaro, for instance. But some other time, maybe.
But here we are chatting away when there's work to do. We must keep looking. So, do you like it here?
No, got a problem with magic in general. Illusions, portals, all that. Don't trust any of it.
A bow of old-fashioned tastes, eh? I like that.
Faster.
And someone definitely didn't swallow it.
Hello? Can we talk?
Schmumboch, my head! Damn it all! I swear that was the last time I drank with Redbeard. Oh, Sienna, a bloody long time it's been. You've changed.
Whereas you, not at all, big bad wolf. Though it seems you've started running with the wrong crowd.
And who should I run with, eh? Thumbelina? One shot and she's under the table. But what brings you?
I mean, he has a very strong French
You could always
accent.
have a drink with us.
Oh, what now? Not on your life. I can barely stand, I'm so hungover.
You know what they say about the hair of the dog?
Out of the question. And why must you drink? Do you wish to drown some sorrow? And I don't mean to pry, but you don't look much like a young duchess to me.
They stripped me of my title and birthright, then banished me. A family spat, let's say.
Listen, looking for magic beans. Seen any?
I was given one for safekeeping, but...
Where is it? Talk!
Shh, not so loud.
Oh, I can be much louder than this. And resort to other means of persuasion.
Right there, the threats. Sienna to a T. Listen, I exist to restage a fairy tale. If you want to play at it, I'll be happy to oblige. But it won't be easy. The thing is, Little Red Riding Hoods popped her clogs.
What?
1,000 times they cut my gut open, filled it full of rocks and drowned me in the river. So once you stopped coming, I decided to repay the little imp for all her loving labor. Now it's at the bottom of the well, she and the hunter, which means we can't play, and I'm under no obligation to talk to you, not about beans, nor anything else. So leave me be. Sod off.
Charming.
Wolf's pretty cranky.
Surprised? Think about it. He was cast in the role of the Nemesis without ever asking for it. It's a dog's life, I tell you.
Are we all puns here? Is that what's going on?
So, what now?
Don't worry. I'll play with him. Or rather, play him. I just need that little red hood. The piece of apparel, that is. Not the poor girl's corpse.
That's a relief.
You wish to help me? Here's your chance. Jump in the well and fish it out. Well, chop chop.
Down we go.
Time to jump in the well.
Break a leg.
Hunter and Red Riding Hood. We can drink a little killer whale to make this go faster.
Any luck?
Yep, look what I got.
That would never fit you. Give it to me. How do I look?
You look nice.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
Let's go see the big bad wolf.
Let me guess. You'll play the granddaughter.
Mm-hmm. And you, the hunter.
You again? I thought I was clear. I will not talk to you if little Red Riding Hood is not with you!
Not a problem. Sienna can take her place.
What? Very well. It's not as if I can forbid you. Granddaughter, come closer, sweetie.
But Grandmama, what big eyes you have!
The better to see you with, my dear.
Granny, what big arms you have!
The better to embrace you with, my dear.
And Grandmama, what big teeth you have. Eh?
The better to eat you with, my dear.
Ugly and cruel.
Magic circle, it helps slow me down.
Joss said about the red bean. A human has it, and he definitely didn't swallow it.
Mm-hmm. Gotta open his belly. Bottle caps, fake teeth, the corkscrew. Ah, here it is. Red bean.
Ah, at last we have them all.
What?
I find myself wondering if you're just horribly discreet, or if those mutations completely scrubbed away your curiosity. Are you really not interested in what happened? In what became of me after they cast me out?
It sounds like you want to talk about it, so sure.
Well, since you brought it up, I'd gladly hear the rest. Let's see. They'd escorted you out of the duchy.
Yes. And the noble knights of Toussaint, I didn't stop until we reached the Ketdu wilderness. They left me there alone, without a copper, in a torn lace dress, right when the frosts were setting in. They assumed something would eat me, or that I'd do everyone a favor and die of hunger. But as always, I failed to live up to expectations. I wandered the woods for a week, went purple from the cold, gnawed the bark from twigs. Finally, I saw a light among the trees. A campsite. They were bandits, bearded, drunk, spattered with blood. I was sure they'd rape me or kill me. Or both.
Take it neither happened?
That's when I learned a robber and a murderer can be a better man than a knight in shining armor. They took me in, we set off for Nazaire, and I did what I could to repay them. I advanced in their ranks rather quickly. Eventually, I became their leader. Of the whole ragged band.
Been through a lot.
I have. And throughout this time, my sister was stomping grapes and shagging minstrels on down bedding.
She wasn't the one to banish you.
And I'm not angry at her for that. I'm angry at her because she forgot about me. Right. We've had our chat. Come.
Girl boss indeed. Alright, time to plant the beans. Oh.
Go.
The anachronisms begin. I've got all my gear on Roach. So what are these pixies? Are they specters? Relics? What are these? Elementals. Fascinating. Phoenix! You're here! There's a lot to explain. Okay. Where the hell do I begin?
This is the spot. Pull out the beans.
So, when last we left off, as far as it was concerned, we were about to lay siege in the real world, and find Siana, who would be the captor in charge of blackmailing Detloff, the Duchess's sister, and we would also find Detloff's beloved. Spoiler, they're one and the same. So Siana played a higher vampire, used him as a tool, and then when he found out about it, he got fucking pissed and said, hey, if you don't tell me the truth at Tusha Mutnam in like 3 days, I'm gonna raise all of Beauclair. So right now, Beauclair is on fire and being besieged by a literal horde of vampires, commanded by Detloff. And we had two choices. Either try and force Detloff to appear somewhere and try to kill him, or bring Siana to him. Thing is that Siana... Now, who's this walking down the fucking path?
The Emperor of Nilfgaard. He's come out to show off his new robe.
My new attire reveals itself but to the wise and cult.
What the fuck? Okay, anyways. To make the rest of the story a little shorter, Siana was kept by her sister in this fairy tale world, in a illusory book, and we're trying to get her and myself out. And that's about the thrust of it. In the fond hope that at the end of this we can meet Detloff and he won't kill literally everyone. Like I said, you missed a lot. I tried very hard, not only to announce this, but also, like, make sure y'all knew when it started.
Wait.
Why?
The stalk will sprout abruptly. Very abruptly. We must be careful. All right, toss them.
Don't walk back into it. You're playing yourself a fool. We know this.
Something's always gotta go wrong.
The home stretch.
All right, time to start climbing.
Incredible.
It kind of looks like Kaer Morhen a bit.
Admire the view later. First, we must deal with... him.
Oh, another giant. This time I get to fight it properly. God, fucking Excalibur. Looks so cool. It has the golden light effect going on. Or whatever. It's from the Lady in the Lake, so I'm gonna call it Excalibur. V5 faux fum indeed.
For a fairy tale creature, that was one tough son of a wench.
I told you this land had gone ape mad, though I did not expect it to be so severe.
Can't help thinking you might have done that on purpose.
Why ever would I have?
To get rid of your guard, your captor. Getting close to the exit at this point. Probably think you don't need me anymore.
Well, you're wrong. You still stand to be quite useful to me.
And how's that?
That so? How? Plan to use me like you did Dettlaff?
No, I need you for a purpose far simpler. Well, don't just stand there and stare. I need a man, Geralt, and I'm not afraid to say it. I've no idea what awaits me once we leave this place. Treat it as my last wish.
This is a land of fairy tales, after all. However,
just gonna go our separate ways? No parting words?
Did you wish to tell me something?
Actually, that'd probably be best.
Oh my. No woman's ever treated you this way.
Not that I recall, no.
In that case, at last you felt what so many women in this world feel at times.
let's just go.
Think it might be time to get out of here.
I couldn't agree more. Come. The exit's this way.
Another will-o'-the-wisp. Just curious. Why'd you want the heart of Toussaint and the ducal wine.
They were my right, my due.
Doubt we would have figured you out if you hadn't tried to get them. Know that, don't you?
I do, and I regret nothing. One lives but once. Here, we need but jump into the well. You first.
YOLO. She just told me YOLO, so YOLO. So yeah, welcome, Phoenix. Beauclair is still on fire.
Portals in a fountain? Not terribly practical.
It was a secret passage. Henriette and I would use it to...
Hide from your governess, which luckily she noted down in her diary, thus I knew where to await you. Never mind that. Has the young lady agreed to help clean up the mess she's made?
She has. And stop treating me as if I were a child.
Would you prefer I treated you like the lying manipulator you are?
Calm down, both of you.
But...
No buts. Let's go. Really want to be done with this.
Get ready. The hour approaches.
Nice place.
Isn't it? Offers a lovely view of the valley. On a clear day, you can see the outlines of Duntine.
Is it, though? A ruin like any other, I think.
So sensitive. So aware. Honestly, what did Dettlaff ever see in you?
Perhaps he'll tell you himself.
You nervous?
Mm-hmm. It's always a bit nerve-wracking meeting an ex. Especially so when said ex is a vampire.
I doubt he'll be in the mood for jests.
I know. May I be honest? Yes, I'm nervous. I really would prefer just to run off. I gave my word I would help, I know. But how much is that worth? Yet I owe him this meeting. And that is that.
Let's get ready. Dettlaff will be here any moment now.
Syanna, I have a question I must ask you. Did you truly feign it all? That which bound us was a ruse?
Dettlaff, it's not that simple.
Oh no, it's very simple. You either deceived me or not. In forgiving you, I grieve. For now, we must part.
What? But how?
I've been fooled again. She will pay for this, sooner or later. She will pay!
And there we go.
Metal Butcher.
You and me now. Regis didn't have the strength to kill you.
I want you to know this. You tricked me. Both of you.
Didn't plan any of it.
Yes. Start praying now.
The true form of the vampire. Off with your wings. We are in a world of madness and flesh.
Prepare to die, Witcher!
I was more thinking Darkest Dungeon, but, you know, Terraria works too.
Listen to me. Be gone.
I can't let...
I insist.
Only a vampire can truly kill another vampire.
My, what a smashing ensemble. You wear it well.
Shut up. I look like a twit.
The caftan is sewn of the best fabrics available, and according to the best tailoring practices. But one must have a modicum of taste to appreciate this. Even the most exquisite robes cover only deficiencies in beauty, never in refinement.
Usually wear something different, better suited to my trade. Got nothing against this particular outfit, though. Just don't exactly feel comfortable in it. And I despise formal occasions.
Nothing one can't get accustomed to. Now, be so kind as to stand still. All that being as it may, Toussaint's highest honor, the Order of Vitis Vinifera, demands appropriate attire. The Duchess cannot be expected to drape the medal on a suit of armor caked in mud. Palace protocol places enormous emphasis on form, virtuous tradition, etiquette.
Huh. A tradition which values appearances ahead of all else. Which calls for lordly, glistening triviality and misplaced generosity.
Sound wistful. Pensive, Regis. That because they refuse to buy you a new outfit?
Hardly. It's the tone I ever adopt when I find myself pondering, which, believe it or not, happens quite a lot. Besides, I've no need for a new outfit as I shall not be attending the ceremony.
Why not?
Because unlike you, I don't have to. I shall begin to pack my belongings instead. I trust you'll join me later, once you're richer by a medal and a fascinating new experience?
Count on it. Ceremonies, medals honoring virtues, just keeps coming up.
I've had no reprieve either. And I keep thinking of the last great virtue, compassion. It's the one piece of the puzzle that never seemed to fit.
Mean you suddenly believe the 5 virtues theory, after all we've revealed?
It's not a question of belief, superstition, or old wives' tales. It's a conclusion derived through exercising pure logic. Syanna planned everything in advance. Had we not stopped her, surely there'd have been a 5th victim. One the gossips would have associated with a lack of compassion.
Her plans don't matter now. Can't act on them. Ask the messenger who delivered my invitation to the ceremony. Syanna's in the palace. Courtiers pressured the Duchess to lock her in a tower.
Do you care not a whit who else was in her black book? We've some time before the ceremony. We could still chat with that boot-cleaning urchin. He was the one to pass the victims' names to Dettlaff. Perhaps we missed something.
Regis, Bootblack didn't say anything about making deliveries when we talked to him. How do you know he handled the letters?
While you basked in glory and tried on new formal wear, I conducted a little investigation of my own. You'd be very proud to see how I conducted myself. I began by concocting an ample supply of boot wash for our enterprising young friend. I'd observed that among street folk, amidst their society as a whole, reciprocity takes precedence over all other codes, and thus no good deed goes unrewarded. Of course, The same holds true for malicious or destructive deeds.
The letters. What's the connection?
When the bootblack arrived to collect his bucketful, he hinted he knew more. Simply put, we'd failed to ask the proper questions when we chatted earlier. It took a bit more tongue loosening, but ultimately he spoke. He admitted he'd handed Dettlaff the letters. He knew this information was valuable to me. In providing it, he was simply repaying me.
All in all, why not check up on that? We'll go together, assuming we're done here.
I am done, yes. It lies in your hands now to see if you are able to present my handiwork at the ceremony with the dignity it is due. Or if you will first destroy it, crawling about the city's underbelly.
Promise to be careful.
We're not done yet.
Oh, it's the swordsman. Good to see you. Here for a spiffing? Dirty boots are a stain on professional dignity, you know. Step on up.
Need to ask you something.
Yet again? Go on then. I'm a proponent of free speech and I will gladly tell you all I know. But why not get your boots shanked while we jabber?
Guess they could use a spit and polish.
Then I shall take advantage as well. A friend of mine used to say boots should be as clean as the soles that wear them.
Clean boots, clean soles. A fine slogan.
How's business?
How's business?
Well enough. I can't complain. Though it'd be even better were certain folk to sit down for a shine as they stood and chatted.
Man in the frock coat. You passed him some letters, remember?
Why, of course. I'm young, got a mind like a steel trap, but...
If you're about to tell me this information will cost me, forget it. How'd you get those letters?
Beggars brought them.
Beggars. Tell us more about them. How many were there?
Why, 4. 1 for each letter.
Just 4? Sure you didn't get a 5th?
I can't count, you know.
Remember anything else? These beggars have anything in common?
What? Come now. Each was different. Some had mismatched boots, others had no boots at all. Oh, I know! They all had no home!
Kid, my patience is starting to run a little thin. Now think hard. Where'd they get the letters? They pick them up? Get them from someone?
I don't know. They'd come, hand me a letter, and walk away. I asked no questions.
Geralt, allow me to ask a question. Listen, lad. I'll be glad to mix another batch of that bootshine for you. But you must focus now and tell us all you know. Where can we find the beggars?
Well, at the shelter, most like.
Where's that?
Everyone knows. It's just round the corner. Up those stairs, then right.
Thanks, kid. For your trouble. We must visit the shelter. Look around inside.
Don't crowd around. Oh, a witcher. What a mincemeat.
Oh.
You've to move your little camp elsewhere, got it? This is a decent district. We need no filth folk bumming about.
Gent.
You? What do you want?
To talk.
Here, that's a waste of breath. We've tried it, only to tire our lips. We'll use other means of persuasion now.
Gentlemen, calm, please.
Either get out along with these flea-ridden vagabonds, or we'll toss you all out. Our patience is gone. This place is no longer a rank refuse dump.
Scram! Decent folk live here.
The shelter, them living here, bothers you. Question is why?
Look, Ballard. Another defender of the poor. Fighter for justice.
Damn nuisance. We've our women and young folk living next door, when even grown men fear to walk past such rabble.
decent folk you mention mean yourselves?
Why? Do you doubt it?
Hell yes.
Hear that, Artois? He poking insults us. On our own turf.
We should step aside, good fellow. My friend is perfectly capable of settling this unfortunate dispute on his own.
Witcher! Fucking twit. Not a witcher.
The only thing that's getting dirty is my knuckles with your fucking blood.
Come now, Twitcher. Try me.
There goes one. Now you're fucked.
I'll break your guts around your spine.
I just hooked him, left hook in the face.
All right. I could take a hint. Come, time to go.
I thank you so much for your aid. I tried to reason with them, but they'd have beat me blue had you not come along. I'm grateful. Immensely.
What did they want from you?
They are neighbors. Wish me to take my folk, the shelter, elsewhere. They dislike that I help the beggars. I do not oppose going elsewhere, were we to have somewhere to go. But you've come with a problem, have you? My turn to aid you.
Need some information. Looking for a man who might have mentioned the Boot Black in Rue de Garl.
The Boot Black? A feisty lad. I know him.
Any of your, wards supposed to meet him recently or soon?
Forgive me. Those I help and I are not so close that I would know. But should you wait, they'll all soon come for their meal. You can question them yourselves.
Alright,
thanks. We'll wait. Nice of you to let us.
My dears, I've a matter to address before I serve the soup. These two gentlemen have some questions of you. Pay attention. Answer in brief. For if you draw it out, your soup will go cold. And we wouldn't want that, would we?
Recently, 4 of you delivered sealed letters to the Boot Black. I know this.
Does anyone know what the gentleman means? Go on, speak up. Romain?
Why should I squeal? We were all told not to mention the letters. We all swore.
You can tell me, Romain. You were given a letter and you delivered it, right? Good work, Romain. Thank you. Who else?
I got one too. Gave it to the Boot Black. And Freshy, he got one. But he can't tell you, as he's not here.
I still have mine. I'm to deliver it 2 days after the Feast of St. Barnabas.
It's a matter of importance to the Duchy. Hand it over, or I'll take it from you, plain and simple.
But I was to deliver it personally. Let no one else see it. That is what she said, and she was frightening.
You ought to heed folk who are kind and honest. This man helped me a short while ago, helped all of us. If this individual threatened you, you need not keep the promise you made.
All right, take it. I didn't want to see the Boot Black anyways. It's always muddy there.
Letter revealing the 5th victim.
Damn it.
What is it? Another name, truly?
See for yourself.
Well. I must say, even I did not expect this. This time you will see to our Duquesa. It seems we underestimated Syanna rather grossly.
Judging by this, Dettlaff was literally supposed to tear her heart out.
Yet first you must snap her neck. Puzzling.
puzzle complete now?
Alas, the matter's ceased to be a tantalizing brain teaser and has turned incredibly grave. We've proof of a plot to assassinate Toussaint's ruler. We've proof of a coup d'etat.
Duchess was to be Dettlaff's last victim. Syanna planned it from the start.
Indeed. The logical conclusion, Geralt.
4 seemingly random victims to start. The virtue's their only link. Enough to get folk talking about a righteous, vengeful beast. Obscured the victims' links to Syanna, even as she had those she despised killed off one by one, leaving the Duchess for last.
Had she managed to fulfill her plan, none would have questioned the reasons. Most would have thought Anna Henrietta had died for her sins. She was known to show a hard heart on many occasions. Ample proof of a lack of compassion.
Why would Syanna murder her own sister? Out of envy? To take power? From an inborn penchant for evil?
Yes, yes, and yes. All seem likely, and none are mutually exclusive. But if you'd like to know for certain, you could always ask her yourself.
Actually, love to learn her motives.
Praiseworthy, I suppose. Sometimes one should stare evil in the face.
Seems a bit strong, no?
She used my friend as her tool for killing. I believe I've every right to condemn her, but I support your lust for the truth. Some philosophers think empirical examination the sole path to knowledge. I believe you mentioned the Duchess keeps Syanna locked up.
Courtiers were insisting on a harsher punishment. Much harsher. Think Anna Henrietta had to protect her sister from a lynch mob as much as she wanted to protect her subjects from a criminal. One way or another, she's locked away in a secluded wing of the palace, awaiting trial before a court of law. I'd need to get past some guards to see her. So, meet up once it's over? Assuming you'd rather not see Syanna again.
You assume correctly. I shall await you at Mare la Chaise Longue, with a hot mug of mandrake brew to keep me company.
Regis is not okay. He hides it very well, but even for a vampire, you can tell Regis is not okay. I mean, who would blame him?
Let's go.
I can see you slurping me with your eyes, White.
Fast travel is right here. We'll take this. To the palace. Down a level lower. Got it. So, I'd like to cap up something. We will watch on YouTube, probably, the Unseen Elder ending. But if we did not get that ribbon, Syanna would die, obviously. And instead of this whole fun charade, we would instead be held criminally liable for the death of a royal and be in jail. And we would have had to still kill, even though we still killed Dettlaff. Like, we still killed Dettlaff, and we're still prosecuted, essentially.
Halt!
Need to see Syanna, urgently.
In the matter of?
Want to talk to her?
Want to talk? Go see your gran at tea time.
Found some information important to her case. Need an explanation, urgently.
Ah, fine then. You're that witcher who solved the murders, no? Then you've my permission, but only for a few minutes.
Promise to be brief.
Yeah, telling this guy that there might be a risk on the Duquesse's life, it's not smart.
The Witcher will speak with the inmate. You can take a momentary break.
As long as it's truly but a moment. Highly irregular, this.
Have you come to see how I fare? I'm fine, thank you. Artorius' ribbon worked wonders. It's a shame they took it from me.
I know who the 5th victim was supposed to be.
Goodness, you're simply a compulsive snoop. I'm in prison. Dettlaff is dead. Could you not just drop it?
Syanna, stop pretending you couldn't care less. I know it's an act, and it's really starting to wear. Why do you want to kill her?
For such an accomplished investigator to ask about the obvious? Come now, Geralt. Why do you think?
Because she turned her back on you, then banished all memory of you?
Bravo, Geralt. Yet another riddle solved, and your sick curiosity sated. Well, what now? Off to share your discovery with Anna Henrietta? No, she's no longer in danger, true. But she very well might add a little something to your reward.
Definitely gonna tell her. Not necessarily for the coin, though.
Then why do it at all?
She ought to know. If only 'cause you'll probably try to kill her again if she ever lets you out.
I probably will.
So this option, ever thought to forgive her, only actually appears if you read all 5 entries of the book that the count, like the Contessa or whoever it is, the governess, if you skip past it for any reason, you don't have this.
Perhaps, just for a second, you could stop dwelling on all the wrongs folk have done you and forgive her.
Why should I?
For old time's sake. You loved each other once.
Please. I don't know who fed you that rubbish, but...
Read your governess's diary. You played together, were inseparable. Henriette'd get you into trouble sometimes, sure. But there were also times she stood up for you. When you had nightmares, only she could calm you. Time eats away at memories, distorts them. Sometimes we only remember the good. Sometimes only the bad.
If she loved me so, why did she wash her hands off me? Forget me, hmm?
Syanna, you were exiled when she was how old? 12? 13? She was a child. What was she supposed to do? Rebel? Organize a coup? Steal your father's seal and forge a pardon? She was powerless. Wiped you from her memory not because she didn't care, but because your departure was traumatic for her. She forgot because that was the only way she could handle the pain.
Ugh. You really want a happy ending, don't you?
Yes.
With all of us living happily ever after.
Yes.
Go, Witcher, or they'll give your medal to another. And that would be a shame.
Farewell, Syanna.
Commander de la Tour would like to see you. Shall we go at once?
Yeah.
Let's go. Want to see him too. Damien.
Geralt, it's about time. Ready for the ceremony?
Got some new scars.
Your face doesn't look good. Though it looked even worse last I saw you.
I apply a balm of arnica. Yeah, I hardly feel it anymore.
Got got some important information. Anna Henrietta was supposed to be Detloff and Sienna's 5th victim.
You are certain of this?
Completely. Found proof.
Inconceivable. How could she? The murders, the mayhem she brought down on the city, were they not enough? She sought to strike down her own sister, her liege. Traitor. I must alert my men. Enlarge the Duchess's honor guard. Make certain Sylvia Anna is closely watched during the questioning. I'll see to it personally. I thank you, Witcher, for alerting me, and I appreciate your attentiveness. Let's begin the ceremony. Come with me. The Duchess awaits. In the Guild's name, I beg your assistance, your enlightened highness. Without barrels, production will come to a stop, and it will be the end of us.
You lost them all in the fire. These are horrible tidings. Oh, we are most dreadfully saddened.
Yes, your enlightened highness all. Once the beasts had clawed their way into the warehouse, the whole place went up in flames.
I smell a rat somewhere based on her
I shall
tone.
dispatch a palace guardsman to examine the site of the blaze. If things are, as you say, fitting compensation shall be paid from the ducal treasury.
Thank you, your enlightened highness. Your Grace, Geralt of Rivia has arrived.
My dear subjects, we come now to our next point of business. Of all the duties which fall upon my shoulders, as the ruler of this dominion, this duty is dearest to my heart. For now, we shall award the Order of Vitis Vinifera, Toussaint's highest honor.
Geralt of Rivia, Slayer of the Beast of Beauclair, step forth.
Doublet
We
itches.
bestow the distinction upon the Witcher, who saved Beauclair from the terrible beast. Such is our desire. May this symbol serve as a reminder to all that the Witcher shall forever remain a friend of Beauclair. In more familiar terms now, I thank you immensely, Geralt. Damien has your reward for you. After all, it was but a contract.
Thank you.
I have a small surprise for you, in addition. I give you more than a dozen barrels of Son Real, a wine normally reserved for the ducal table. The gustatory experience of a lifetime awaits. Are you content?
Feels like a second distinction. I'm honored. Thank you.
I trust you shall make good use of it. In a moment I shall speak to Sienna. Will you assist me? You returned my sister to me, yet you also showed me her horrendous deeds. As head of state, I must judge her fairly. But she is my sister. Thus my heart bleeds for her.
If my presence will help in any manner, of course I'll stay.
We shall now question a person implicated in the murders which recently ravaged our fair city of Beauclair. Captain de la Tour, show Sylvia Anna in.
The Witcher will take part in our talk.
Duchess requested I be present.
You have committed crimes. Grave crimes. Yet you are my sister, and my heart does not allow me to treat you as a common criminal. Thus I have asked Geralt to advise me, as one impartial. I shall now hear what he has to say.
Bitterness consumes Syanna. She had cause to resent many of the court of Beauclair. I know her reasons, understand them even. But I can't condone the actions she chose to take.
What is he talking about, Syanna?
You know exactly what. I was forcibly exiled, remember? To your benefit. You knew well the throne would then be yours, though I was the elder.
The ministers I can understand. They'd hated me since I was a child. Thought me a poor prospect for the wife of a duke. I even understand our parents. I'd always sensed the problem. They simply feared me, for I dared to be free. That fabricated curse, it fell into their laps. A gift from above that brought relief. But you... Your dagger hurt most. You were my Henrietta, damn it. My darling little sister. Now do you understand, Witcher? She betrayed me.
You were children then. You and your sister both had no control over what happened.
You're wrong, Witcher. She had control. Remember, dear sister, the day they banished me from the palace? Of course, I'd had the idea to pelt the Nilfgaardian envoy with fish bladders, which we filled with rancid suet on a lark. And which you set afire at the last, to impress me, I imagine. And I admit, you did. Hit him right in his hideous bald patch. Never laughed so hard in my life. But when it came time to find the culprit, you said not a word. I took all the blame and all the punishment.
It's true. I did not stand up for you. I was too afraid.
The council was unanimous. They listed all my offenses. My flights from the palace, supposed acts of cruelty, inappropriate friendships. They cast me out, but you, the only one to understand me, you cowered in a corner, lifted not a finger to help. Not before, not after. You never tried to find me.
That's not true. I searched for you. Sent out knights, gathered tidings from without. You did not wish to be found. Since the day you vanished, I have lived with the knowledge that I failed you. I'm sorry, dear sister. Can you forgive me?
This is the turning point. Remember this moment. I'll call back to it later.
All in all, best part of the whole ceremony? It was short.
Perhaps for you, as you ducked out early. The others are probably just getting started. The drunkenness never ends in this quaint realm.
Not so fond of Toussaint after all, are we?
There's a few loose threads to turn up, but not quite. When I say turning point, just put a pin in it. Remember. I'll call back to it.
How do you find my personal brew? Not too strong?
Just right.
Credit the local mandrake of the Alrauna diabolus variety for that. The tubers which grow in this area's volcanic soil have an altogether unique flavor profile and display a remarkably uncommon dark brown tint.
Fascinating. All I can say is this batch turned out excellent.
Indeed. It might be wise to stockpile some roots for the future. Would you care to accompany me?
Let's go.
If you think it's a good idea, let's go. But I think you might be forgetting one thing. Fresh mandrake root of this variety is highly toxic, even to a witcher.
Ah, not a problem. I never forget matters of safety and hygiene in alchemy. Here, gloves and a mask. Don them, and you shall be in no danger.
Thanks. Right then, let's go.
This... makes me oh so dreamy.
Penny for your thoughts. Let me guess. Succubus twins?
No, I was thinking about, how anything can look interesting when properly lit.
Even an old necrophage corpse?
You've not an ounce of refinement in you, have you?
That bloodsucker go? Won't be easy to track down. He's a vampire after all. Damn it, where'd you go? Regis!
I'm gonna take the mask and gloves off at this point.
Damn it, where'd you go?
You raised your hand against the vampire! Take what I had
to do! Those Bruxae, they called you a traitor.
Alas, we've a very simple code of honor, we vampires. So simple you might call it trivial. Either one is with us, unconditionally, regardless of the circumstances, or...
Won't let it go, will they?
They will not. Fortunately, we've another rule, an unwritten one, and just as trivial as the first. It is neatly summarized in the saying, out of sight, out of mind. That is why I must leave Toussaint. For a vastly long time, most like.
Yeah, I get it.
Let us make for my camp. I've an overwhelming desire to have another drink.
Put another pin in this moment. I'll call back to it later.
Supreme bouquet. Firm, defined beginning. Then develops gently, rising to a startling finish. Don't you think?
Not much of a connoisseur.
Then it is high time you started your education. After all, the Corvo Bianco vineyard is now yours. By the way, I left a gift for you at your new home. On the nightstand.
Thanks. Mind telling me what it is?
A trifle. That will nonetheless be useful should you need mutagens. Incidentally, have you thought about what you'll do with your prize? Shall you hang your swords over the mantle and take to pruning vines?
Yes.
Know what? Think I just might. Come on now, don't laugh. Maybe not today or tomorrow. But one day I'll want to see what it's like. To just wake up every day in my own bed.
Oh, stop, please. Sounds so sentimental, my fangs have begun to hurt. Then what? Will you begin writing your memoirs like Dandelion? I can remember a night, not too far from here if I'm not mistaken. We hid in a cave while a blizzard raged all about. Does that sound at all familiar?
How could it not? We just set off to rescue Ciri from Vilgefortz.
Oh, our encounter with Vilgefortz. That is something I do not remember so fondly. But that first stay in Beauclair, far calmer than this one.
Seemed like a land straight out of a fairy tale back then. Its sole problem, cellars too small to accommodate all that wine.
Appearances, Geralt. Appearances, like Mamoons and Dopplers, deceive. So what did become of Vilgefortz?
Killed him. Sure wasn't easy, though. What about you? Any idea where you'll go?
Distance is of the essence. I thought I might venture south.
Nilfgaard?
Why ever not? The Nilfgaardians are a modern society. None there believe in vampires anymore. This fact alone could be very useful to one wishing to remain incognito.
Interesting point of view. I so don't feel like going anywhere. Sit here a while longer?
So we shall, my friend. We have witnessed, and in fact on several occasions incited, many great and weighty events. After all that toil, I believe we deserve a bit of a rest.
That we do.
And a look to camera. And that is almost Blood and Wine. I don't want any of y'all moving just yet. I have a little bit I'd like to talk about while we go through the credits. Then I'll skip the credits and we'll get to the last thing. But to call your mind back to the little pins in the corkboard, if you skip the book, as I mentioned, you don't get that dialogue option. If you skip that dialogue option and still try to get the award, in that moment that I called your attention to where, you know, Anna Rieta hugs Syanna, Syanna pulls out, I think it's either a needle or a knife, and kills her. Now, that ending, the ending where you don't get the ribbon, the ending where you just go through with so much of the Night of Fangs, so much of these endings end up with you in prison. Like, you're either in prison because you killed Syanna, you're in prison because your actions killed the Duchess, you're in prison because it's possible both of them die. If you, like, get this far but don't manage to quite persuade her and still tell de la Tour, yeah, both of them die. And it's, like, the worst ending ever. There's only one part of it where part of the ending, and you saw, like, in this part, Regis has to leave. The only way you can get Regis to stay is if you go to jail without involving Syanna at all, so part of the Unseen Elder ending. And then he's able to stay in Beauclair because he never kills Dettlaff. And yeah, that's... Actually, I think that's specifically this ending, but with no ribbon. Something on that order. There's so many points where you could have fucked it up. And there's, like, achievements for get out of jail. Because every time you get out of jail, guess what? Dandelion has to pull your ass out of the fire. Of all people. And of all times that you've pulled Dandelion's ass out of the fire. The, you know, fucking... Yeah, Dandelion. You're free to go on YouTube and search that up. I'm not gonna fucking do that for you, but... Now...
Actually, I'd love to go home.
But there's one last quest. One last thing that we need to bring to home. And Anaya... I think you'll like this one. Because you yourself called it. But no words yet. Because there's one last twist in the tale.
I've lots to do before it gets dark.
Master Witcher, some unknown individual barged into the residence. I resisted as best I could, but to no avail.
Who is it?
Alas, they did not do me the basic courtesy of introducing themselves.
What does this home need?
Triss?
In the flesh?
Hey!
I thought you were in Kovir.
I got tired of waiting for you, so I decided to head to Toussaint. Catch some sun, see how things are going. You said it would only take a moment.
Things are pretty much wrapped up, luckily. We'll be able to head north soon.
I hope you're not upset I came like this, without warning.
True, I haven't always been fond of surprises. They remind me of work. The law of surprise, surprise child. But I think I've changed my mind. Seems surprises can actually be pleasant. Very pleasant. Let's go outside. There's this one cozy spot you're gonna love.
And I called it.
How are things in Kovir?
Amazingly boring and predictable. Council meetings mainly concern trade matters, tariffs, storage regulations, that sort of thing.
Missing the excitement?
You know the Aetheri saying, may you live in interesting times? Well, I've already done that, and now I'm looking for a bit of quiet. The other mages I brought with me from Novigrad, or who made it north on their own, feel the same. You wouldn't recognize them. No conspiracies, cabals, plotting. They just sit there and work, for the good of the kingdom. Sometimes I think it's all too lovely to be true. That something's bound to happen. Another war, or some other horror.
I hear something happening in my kitchen.
It's nice.
And
once you finish your business here and come join me, it'll be even better.
Be right back. If I don't come back in like 10 minutes, call the police. I just hear like a rhythmic tapping, like someone tapping a spoon on a bowl. And if it's not my brother, figure it out. Be right back. And we're back. Everything's cool. It is just my brother's girlfriend. Hadn't quite received a text to the effect that she would be here, but always lovely to see. And I know, right at the end,
So,
too.
How do you like my vineyard?
I think you know the answer to that. I like it a lot. House is big, but not showy. Lovely location. Perfect for romantic getaways.
Just finished some remodeling. Paid through the nose for it, but I think it was worth it. There are already some new saplings and flowers around the grounds, but I think it's still missing something. Maybe a hedge maze? With a statue in the center? One that's stately and nude.
Ugh, Geralt, don't bring up that ball. The wine got to my head and I...
Not bringing it up to tease, but to reminisce. That evening, it was magic. And your dress. You looked lovely in it.
I've got it with me. I could put it on one evening. We'll dine outside by candlelight. Listen to the music of the cicadas.
Can't wait. How'd you find me? Kvir's a long way off.
I have my ways, Geralt. A hydromancy, for example.
Oh yeah, that's right. So, what becomes of us? See anything else in the reflection?
Zoltan moves in.
Please tell me you're joking.
You can breathe easy. Far as I know, he settled down in Novigrad and has no intention of budging. In all seriousness, though, I did see a few scraps of our future, but I'd rather not tell you exactly what.
Why not?
Because you said you've grown to like pleasant surprises.
There's no way it's a kid. They're sterile, right? Both witches and witchers are sterile. There's no way. Anyways.
This is your first time in Toussaint, right? Want me to show you around a bit?
Sorry, but I've already made plans.
Oh? What are you going to do?
Lie down in the sun and not move an inch.
Ah, right. A packed schedule. Not overdoing it a tad.
Oh, gotta get the most of this weather before I return north. Know that joke about how to tell when summer has come to Kvir?
The rain isn't quite so cold.
And sadly, that's not far from the truth. Oh, I shouldn't have told you that. Now you'll change your mind and not come join me.
I wouldn't worry about that. Mind if I leave you here alone for a moment?
Just a moment.
Just a moment indeed. I'd just like to take a moment to cap it off and say that while there's still a couple of ends where I could refine it, try to gain every single last card, I'd like to have a little denouement. The estate is fully refurbished, including all the mutagens. We can go see what Regis was talking about as far as a gift on the nightstand. Muta generator. And a letter from Regis. If you are reading these words, it means I'm already far beyond the borders of Toussaint, and you have found my Muta generator. Of course, you may dub this instrument however you like, perhaps something more fitting to your taste, or perhaps reflecting its function. For I have no doubt your knowledge on the subject of mutagens is far more profound and thorough than mine. I've been working on this device in my spare time, but now it is finished, and I am convinced as an inventor can be before his invention has been used as intended, of the usefulness of this apparatus. You are surely wondering what function it is meant to serve. As the name indicates, the Muta generator generates mutagens. It operates by absorbing electromagnetic energy waves from bodies, in this case the bodies of the monsters and evildoers you kill, and when it is absorbed enough so as to be charged a critical amount, the Muta generator changes the stored energy into a greater mutagen, which I suspect you'll make great use of. As you surely understand, I am an amateur engineer, which is why you must forgive the lack of an ability for you to direct this operation. Which mutagen emerges as a result is determined at random, meaning chance will decide if it's a green, red, or blue. Chance, yet I have noted the colors tend to alternate by and large. I trust you shall find my gift useful. Your dearly devoted friend, Emil Regis Rohalek Terzioff Godefroy. P.S. You may be wondering why I decided to toss the mutary into your home instead of simply handing it to you in person. You must know I did it out of modesty, believe it or not. Take care, Geralt, and my gift serve you well. And that, as they say, ladies and gentlemen, is that. we now have a fully furbished estate. We can rest on our laurels with all of our Witcher gear forged. The feline, the griffin, the ursine, the viper set, the manticore set, and of course the wolven set that we are wearing. With 2 spectacular weapons on our back, Iris, given to us at the end of Heart of Stone, and Erendite, literally given to us by the Lady in the Lake. And already charged to a +10. As far as game completion goes, we end the game with a retirement fund just shy of 130,000 crowns after having spent a short amount of time this morning liquidating. We have solved all of Toussaint's problems. We have similarly done so in Velen, Novigrad, and Skellige, though of course some of the quest markers in Novigrad and at least one of the treasure markers in Skellige are bugged, but they are known bugged. We have officially done everything there is to do in Witcher 3, save for the achievements like setting someone on fire, poisoning them, bleeding them, and burning them all at once, which is an actual achievement, by the way, and it's a pain in the ass to do because people die too fast. But that will be the end of Witcher 3. And I take you guys now to display capture. Witcher 3 is a fantastic game, and as I mentioned to Anaya in private, oh, yep, by the way, here's that achievement. Bleeding, poisoning, and burning simultaneously, and do that 10 times. This is a bastard. Anywho, Witcher 3 is an incredible game. One that, honestly, I've played a lot. I played it through like 3 or 4 times at this rate. You can see now it's been just shot around 370 hours. And with that, we are going to... Yep, we're no longer playing it. And it's time to uninstall, for we have done it all. I will show you one last thing on stream. We are going to go to YouTube, and we are going to at least peruse the Unseen Elder. Thank you to X Latalis.
That went better than I expected it would.
Seems I already been looking at this one.
We must be close.
How can you tell?
Listen.
Don't hear a thing. Not one rat, one bat. Dead quiet.
As I said, he despises guests.
Plus a bit more of Regis.
Let's try Zelmetau.
Sporenni veres nats atrannes. Avile cleva regis etu.
Zetlath!
Rather not hurt you. healing potion. Gotta drink one. Damn it. Lost some gear. Need to find it.
Yeah, he's still passing out.
Damn it. That was close. Elder will kill me even if I get out of here, unless I think of something quick. What the hell? What is this place? Well, well. Someone was here before me. Wonder what happened to him. Footprints. Deep set. A man's. No way I can climb up there, unless I could give myself a boost. Megascope. Damaged. Is that stream flowing upwards? Strange. Clearly worth a look. Upside down. Gravity's flipped, getting pulled up instead of down. Water is flowing over to the other side. Carry me there too? No way he could have survived. Didn't stand a chance.
Proto-flutter. Interesting seeing a combat style that's so entirely different than my own. Strong attack only, fire stream. Rather fascinating. So strong attack only is not good.
This'll tell me something. An offering for the unseen. Damn, could use something like that.
Yeah, he also skipped the reading.
Must be the offering for the unseen.
Unseen offering, really?
Maybe if I give this to the unseen elder, he won't kill me. At least not right away. Extends to the side where gravity's reversed. Tip will fly upwards if it breaks off. Just gotta collapse the base.
Gravity shenanigans.
Worked. Now just need the elder to discover his talkative side.
Seems a stone.
Etzelthi, Laut Miyama. You're not attacking. That mean you'll hear me out?
Perhaps speak.
Cave I came out of? What was that place?
There lies the gate between this world and ours. It is closed, but it shall open once more in 100 of your years. 200. 3. Soon. Now speak. Don't ask, or I will kill you.
What? What's with Regis?
Immediately ask another question.
Nothing. He sleeps.
Will you wake him?
Perhaps not. You were to speak, not question. Speak or die.
Hear about Dettlaff.
I know who he is. What of him?
He's sicked a swarm of lesser vampires on the city. I have to stop him.
But I do not.
Innocents are dying.
Humans, elves, dwarves die each day. By the hundreds, as do cattle, swine, rats.
You see no difference? Refuse to believe it.
Swine, do not disturb me. I ask for the last time. Why should I care about Dettlaff? Why should I help you?
Help me, and I'll return the favor.
You help me? How?
Depends on you. I'm not just some human.
You are no one. I ask for the last time.
Compared to a vampire, a witcher is
Why should
practically
I care
nothing.
about Dettlaff? Why should I help you?
Sooner or later, Dettlaff will bring trouble. Serious trouble.
How?
As Kagmar brought trouble before. Folk will take him down, eventually. Might need a year, or 2, or a decade, but they'll find a way. And then they'll go after other vampires. And eventually, they'll find you.
And I should fear
death? No. But that'll be the end of your peace, your quiet. Knights errant, mages, they'll come here day in, day out. One already managed to teleport here. Others will follow, you can be sure. You'll kill them, of course, so they'll flood these caves, or bring in sappers from Mahakam and collapse them.
No. This place must be secure. The gate. What is your plan?
Dettlaff. We have to convince him to spare the city.
Will he?
Probably not. Yet we must try nonetheless.
If there is a fight, if you help kill him,
I will be anathema. This I know. And still, I ask you to summon Dettlaff.
Where?
Teshem Mudna.
Go. Once I sense you there, I will summon Dettlaff.
I thank you.
Leave me.
And as I mentioned, taking this ending means that Sienna always kills the Empress. Because she never goes through the thing with the ribbon, you never talk to her, you never figure it out. It's just... you go kill Detlef, and shit's fucked.
That went better than I expected it would.
Just murder.
Think that went better than... you kidding? I'd have been dead on the spot if not for my slowed metabolism.
And yet you survived. Though you are risking your life. The question is, why? This contract, it goes well beyond what witches customarily handle. I cannot abandon the matter, for Detlef and I are bound by blood, but you could simply walk away.
So why, my friend? Why stay and risk your hide?
I don't know.
Been on the path so long, I don't really know anymore. Guess I'm looking for the road's end.
Perhaps you should simply step off it.
I'll think about it, once this is over. All your unseen that... welcoming?
No, they vary. Some are conceited, others imperious, but most can be reasoned with. But him... it was clear each word was a great effort. Interacting with others, it seems, it causes him physical pain.
Never entered my mind that the conjunction of the spheres was also a cataclysm for you, for...
Monsters? No euphemism required, you needn't seek one. I dare say it was worse for us. You arrived by the thousands, we were but a handful. Not much choice, assimilate with you, or shut ourselves off from the world, like him.
Cave I was tossed into. That where the gate between worlds is?
In a sense, yes. Just slammed shut, sealed tight.
Think it'll ever open again? Think you'll be able to go home?
I sincerely doubt it. And I think, in truth, the Elder knows that as well.
So why would he stay down there? What's the real reason?
To stay with the gate analogy, no door is ever completely impermeable. Smells come through, for instance. And when the wind rises, some dust might be blowing through the cracks. A palpable trace of things on the other side. It's not much, but it is something.
And you? How do you feel now, where you are?
Geralt, imagine the least comfortable situation you could ever find yourself in. What would it be? I don't mean a moment of pain with death knocking at your door. Just a circumstance of great unease.
All right. In that case, a court banquet. Gotta show up in hose and a tight doublet. Gotta smile at everyone and engage in vacuous conversation. While Dandelion sings a ballad about me and Yennefer for all to hear.
Very well. Now imagine you're stuck there. Not for an hour, not for an evening, but for all time. And should you fall out of character for but a moment, should you so much as scratch yourself where the stitching chafes, all around you will scream, "Monster, monster!" and they'll turn on you and tear you to shreds.
Sounds... tiring. Damn tiring.
I couldn't have put it better myself.
Time to summon Detlef.
Yes, high time. Do you wish to go to Tesha Mutna right away?
Let's go. Want to get this over with.
All right. And so that is The Witcher 3, insofar as that was the other big ending that you could possibly have gotten. I highly recommend, if anyone is still craving Witcher 3 content, the channel I went to, Ex Litalis. not only finds like all of the weird, rare permutations, like what happens if instead of going to Velen or Novigrad, you just fuck off and go to to Skellige first. You can do that, by the way. That's why some of the areas are like level 7 apparently. Is that, like, that's an option. Granted, it's a pretty bad option because those level 7 options are few and far between, but it's an option. So there's that. And I will show this to stream. I'll turn on display capture one more time. We are going to collapse all. Reminder, of course, that we are going to be doing the 24-hour from December the 8th. So stay tuned for that. It was already in the 100% because I did already 100% it, but kind of in the spirit of that, still wanted to show it being uninstalled. However, the new stream candidates are here. And I once again had a chance to show this to Anaya. Quite a few games that I am currently considering for the next replacement to Witcher 3. I will say one thing, that I'm heavily considering Outer Worlds as a long-term game, and Subnautica Below Zero is one that I am trivially close to finishing, so I might just wrap that up and try and get it done. That way I can clear it off the board. But otherwise, these are the games that we will be doing for the foreseeable future. If you have any suggestions, feel free to drop them. Also, for the 24-hour collection for games that we will be doing, obviously I have to install all these, but that's why I need so much disk space. Amogus, DBD, DST, both The Forest and Left 4 Dead 2 I am infamously bad at, but so long as people are willing to accept the fact that I suck, there it is. Gang Beasts, the return of, what the fuck was it? Is that, you know, Hobo Santa or whatever? Jackbox, all of them. I will have 1 through 6. I think they came out with a 7th and possibly even an 8th. So I'm missing those, and I'm not willing to buy them. But if anyone else has them, feel free to tell me. You can do golf with your friends. We need Masters, of course. Quite a few of our friends have that. Mount Your Friends. I didn't see that it was banned, but yeah, it might be a question mark. Faz, as I told Mao, scares the shit out of me. So that's great content right there. But I'm also not going to be enjoying it. So there's that. Stay tuned for that. Multiplayer Stardew. I've actually just earlier today, I've got quite a few videos to get up, but we finally finished the community center. We managed to get everything at last, and I even actually managed to get through the end game content that I knew and got up to the stuff I didn't. So we got the Dark Talisman, we got the Magic Ink, we can summon magic buildings, and I got the boat fixed, so apparently we're able to go to the Fern Islands, which I have no idea what it's like. So that'll be, you know, for another time, maybe even as soon as tomorrow. Tabletop Simulator. Some have this, others don't. We'll see how many do. It's something that's going to be interesting for sure, and whole host of options. And of course, Tab G. And if there's any point where anyone needs to dip or we need a bit of time, obviously our games that we are playing ourselves can always fill in. But with that is the end of The Witcher 3. I would like to thank Anaya, Phoenix, and Mao very much. Yep, with Phoenix it's just with Jackbox it's just a phone thing. Sorry, I scrambled my words. But Jackbox, all you need is a phone, or you can even do it on the computer if you so like, because it does work in a web browser. So feel free to join us when that happens. We'll probably be doing it kind of late the night of the 8th. We'll see what we're doing for most of the other time. I can play so much Jackbox. Hell yes. Hell yes, you can. And you'll be welcomed happily. But we'll also be doing just a bunch of stuff in general. I don't know how many people we can muster for Amogus, or if we're just going to go online. Similar for DBD, or, you know, Don't Starve Together is actually, I believe, on sale with a cross event, so It's one of those cases where I might just grab copies and throw them at people. Because you know what? Don't Starve Together is so fun. It's a little hard for a potato. I will say that much, is that it's pretty hard to do Don't Starve Together and like not drop out constantly or die, which just feels bad, man. So yeah, that's tough. Especially because it's the usual, like, multi-online thing, but whatever. At any rate, we will have some fun, and as I said, if there's games that people would like to see, feel free. Right now, I'm just going to say, everyone have a good night, and as always, see you next time.